Okay, group, we're going to take some quick notes on something called strange lines. And these strange lines are actually your vertical and horizontal lines. And we've been working with all slanted lines in the form y equals mx plus b. That's what we're used to, okay? So today it's going to look a little different. There's still straight lines, they're still linear, but now they're horizontal and vertical. So if you think about horizontal, okay, and vertical, here's our horizontal, okay, and here's our vertical. So horizontal, think horizon, okay, so it's straight from left to right, vertical is straight up and down. So let's look at this first one. It says plot the following ordered pairs. So we're going to go ahead and plot all four of these on our coordinate plane. So go ahead and take a minute or two to plot those points. Hopefully that you're noticing that they have something in common. So what do they have in common? Well, if we look at the y value in that coordinate point, or the y, where it crosses the y coordinate, they all have a y coordinate of 4. They all have a y coordinate of 4. So think about drawing a line through those points. We're going to go ahead and do it. So at this time, draw a line through those 4 points. And ask yourself, is this a horizontal or a vertical line? Well, it's definitely horizontal. It's going from left to right. So if we think about the equation of this line, okay, it's y values that are the same, and they're the same at y equals 4. So our equation for this line is just y equals 4. Okay, now what's the slope of this line? Think about slope dude. What did slope dude say when he was going on a flat surface? He said this is 0 fun. So that means that our slope is 0 in this case. Our slope is 0. So the easiest way to think about a horizontal line in the equation for it is think about, does it go through the x or the y-axis? Well, this is going through the y-axis, so it's going to be y equals that number, which is 4. Let's take a look at our next one, number 2. It says go ahead and plot the following points. So take a second and do that. Okay, what do they have in common? X is 2 for each of those. Okay, the x value is 2 for each of those points. We're going to go ahead and draw our line, and you can probably see where this is heading. Not the straightest line that I've drawn, but that's okay. This one is a vertical line. Which axis is it going through? It's going through the x-axis at 2. So the equation of this line will be x equals 2. What's the slope of this line? Think about slope dude again. Okay, if you remember, when slope dude fell off the cliff, right, he said that curse word in math, which is undefined. So this has an undefined slope. Okay, so that is an example of y equals, an example of x equals. So let's kind of bring it all together. Equations of horizontal lines and vertical lines are pretty simple, but they're easy to get confused later, okay? Because sometimes they don't really seem like a typical equation. So I want you to think vertical, okay? Think vertical. If you need to draw just kind of an example, okay, here's a vertical line, okay? The slope of a vertical line is undefined. Okay? And this is going to be an x equals equation because it's going through the x-axis. Our horizontal line is going to be a y equals equation, and it's going to be going from left to right, and it has a slope of 0. Okay? If it helps you to think of slope dude, think of slope dude. Okay? Now, one more task before you end the notes. I want you to flip your paper over. Okay, flip your note paper over and start thinking of ways that you can remember these. Brainstorm ways that you can remember the slope and the equations for horizontal and vertical lines. Because sometimes we all learn different, and so there might be certain ways that help you. If you want to write a poem, write a poem. If you want to write a song, write a song. Okay, if you want to draw a picture, whatever it is, brainstorm ways that can help you remember these. When you get finished brainstorming, go back to the section that you were in Canvas, and there is a practice sheet that you need to click on. Get an extra piece of paper. You can always grab one from the paper beside the absent pen, and do some practice questions. Tomorrow we'll kind of come together and we'll resume what we learned today in different ways that we can remember the slope and the equations of horizontal and vertical lines.